Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. Today, we talk about bandages on unresolved hurt. Okay, that's kind of an odd visual, isn't it? Well, there are many reasons we choose to not deal with our feelings. We're the feelings are too painful, the hurt is too painful, and that is a valid reason, but only for a short time, and we'll get into that. You don't have the physical time. Sometimes this takes time. Again, short term is okay, long term is not okay on that. Or you don't have the emotional processing time because that can take time. And again, all of these are great reasons for not dealing with unresolved hurt, but sooner or later, it's going to back up on you. So let's talk about how that can happen. The process we do, the things that we do in order to stuff down hurt and unresolved feelings of hurt is, I want to give you the image of like a bandage, something that you would wrap around a limb. Okay, I want you to keep that image in your mind as we talk, because it's that idea that you can wrap a bandage around your feelings, meaning you're not wanting to deal with them and you're compartmentalizing. And the thing is that that's not always a bad thing, because sometimes if you give yourself enough time and you're living life and you're doing things the way you should be doing, then you kind of don't need any help. You realize that with time it was okay. And it could be because you had a conversation with the person who caused the hurt. It could be any other number of reasons, but whatever it is, it ended up being minimal and it didn't cause anything long term. Well, those are good. That's okay. But what I'm talking about more so is the hurt that is deep, that has caused you significant pain, that no matter how many times you unwrap that bandage and you reach that little tiny bit of the core, we're not even getting into the core. And immediately you feel the sting, you feel the pain, you feel the hurt, you may get emotional, you may get, angry, cry, whatever it is, but immediately just peeling back a little bit of it, it comes back exactly the way it was, or worse than it was when you were initially hurt. Okay. So let's look at this. That onset hurt is now intensified. Okay. So what we need to be able to do is get through it. It's got to be an emotional stopper. And that bandage we're using to cover it so that we can try and continue with life. The problem is that as this continues to sit, like any wound, it can get infected. And what infects an emotional wound is more emotional hurt. And even if it's minor emotional hurt, this begins to back up on you. And before you know it, you're trapped. You've put yourself into a corner. And what I'm saying is that you don't have to reach that point. But I do recommend that you talk to someone. I can definitely talk to you. If not me, please get someone who is certified and knows what they're doing, because this can be very damaging if it's not done properly. So, for example, you may be dealing with hurt that happened weeks, months, years ago. Okay. The longer it takes, the harder it is. And the more hurt that is similar begins to pile up. So what happens in your brain is, as you're taking in and processing emotion, your brain is sorting where it all begun, where it belongs. If it's a minor one, your brain kind of over time lets it go. If it's moderate, it could go either way. But if it's intense, it goes into the same pile. And that pile with a moderate becomes such an emotional breakdown that you can't get through it by yourself. And the longer it takes, the more help you need. So getting help is really important. It's a really key factor. So the thing is that how can you do it? Well, little by little, working with myself or with a professional, one of the things I would do in a case like this, it would be to kind of work backwards. And that may sound odd, but what I'm doing is slowly unrolling, unwrapping each layer of that bandage in order to, in a safe environment, help you process the moderate to severe hurt. And in doing so, getting the right treatment and going through the conversations and doing the work, we are able to slowly unwrap the bandage until we get to the point of onset. And that's why it's important to work with someone. You obviously, if it's a hurt, either moderate or severe, it has caused you pain, and no matter how many times you think about it, it still causes you pain. You can't deal with that on your own. You do need help. And the idea is working through it, talking it through, understanding it, treating it as it is in its own little compartment, breaking it down piece by piece, wrap by wrap, until the hurt is gone. And you are literally able to say, this doesn't bother me anymore. I no longer allow that hurt to have power over me. And that's impactful. And that's huge. And yes, you can get through it. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. So the thing is that where do you go from here? Well, conscious work, getting someone that you trust. I hope it's me, but if it's not, please, again, make sure it's someone who's certified and knows what they're doing. Someone who could be dealing with generational trauma, which in some cases it is. Not all the time, but I can definitely help. So yes, does this sound like a sales pitch? I hope not. I'm genuine here. Whatever you have going on, I want to be able to help you. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. I read your comments and I do respond. Email me, reach out through my website. Whatever it is that you need, I'm here to help you. So for now, remember, your life is a journey. Give yourself some grace. We don't know the journey that other people are on, so give them grace as well. Be good to yourself, be kind to others. And remember, be back next week. So for now, this is Dr. Stacy Betancourt with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. Take care, and I will talk to you soon.